sports cases in the virtual world, and by virtual world I mean metaverses, NFTs and also platforms without blockchain. Each case has a different type of content for sports clubs, athletes and sports fans. And I'm gonna start with the projects in the Decentraland. The first one is the Australian Open Tennis Tournament. Its organizers went to the specialists from the Metaverse and Web 3.0 field to bring together the Grand Slam tournament, the blockchain and the Metaverse. For that they picked the Decentraland Metaverse and NFT technology. So they issued the AR Artball NFT collection, which included 6776 unique tokens. Each NFT was associated with a specific zone of the court at the Melbourne Park tennis complex, so it's like users bought a virtual area of the tennis court in the form of a token. And all these NFTs were sold out within only 3 minutes after the start of the sales on OpenSea on January 13, and on January 17 the tournament began. Users could follow its results on live broadcasts or to use NFTs for that. Now let me try to explain the mechanics of these NFTs. When the ball hit the area that is tied to the NFT, its data was updated in real time, so it's like the tournament history was literally recorded into the token, and at the end of the tournament the owner of the NFT area, which was hit by the winning ball, received a real tennis ball from the tournament and a certificate of authenticity. And that's not all. Besides the NFT collection, the Australian Open also created a 3D replica of the Melbourne Park tennis complex in Decentraland. They added all of its courts and facilities there and developed special quests and games for the time of the tournament. The second case in Decentraland is the Metaverse Metathon called the Degree Metathon. This virtual marathon was held on April 26, 2022 and organized by the Degree Company along with Decentraland and Paralympic athlete Blake Leaper. Marathon participants ran 26 virtual miles on Decentraland's largest area, which is the Vegas City Sports District. The goal of the marathon was to give everyone the opportunity to take part in the marathon, even if this marathon is virtual. So, especially for this event, Degree added prosthetic avatars, running blades and a wheelchair. With this marathon, the company wanted to set the standard for inclusivity in the metaverse, and to do this, Degree worked with experts on people with disabilities while organizing the marathon. And what's interesting is that 98% of landowners in Decentraland supported these activities according to the survey, so the company plans to continue organizing such activities to increase inclusivity in the metaverse. Now, let's get back to sports cases in Roblox. In the winter of 2022, the National Football League launched its NFL Tycoon location in the Roblox Metaverse. Each Roblox user can manage his own team just like in a football simulator. For this, the NFL added free customized avatars of football players, and the list of local teams is updated every NFL season. In addition to the stadium, NFL Tycoon also has a playground with all the NFL teams, as well as a store customized to match the league's corporate identity. Completing quests will give you access to additional content and interior items like a branded NFL jacket or a backpack. And now let's see the second sports case in Roblox. It's the Football City location, made especially for the Women's Euro 2022 Championship. To do this, UEFA went to the DUB development team. They created an educational location for children with interactive championship mascots. In separate lobbies, players can play football in teams or take joint challenges. And in the main location you can find mascots, which gives you quests. For completing them you can get trophies and golden tickets, and you're gonna need these tickets to buy customized UEFA avatars. And now let's look at the case when real sports competition moved to the virtual world. In 2022, due to the COVID-19 restrictions, part of the Tour de France was covered in the Zwift app. This is a platform that specializes in creating virtual worlds, and as you can see, one of its projects was a digital replica of the Tour de France track. For this race, the company added a mechanism to the exercise bikes which fully reproduces the terrain of a real track, and all of this helped to make the experience of the race as close to the real race as possible. I mean, athletes also made efforts and felt the surface from these exercise bikes, and after the athletes, ordinary users could also drive along the same route and feel the track for themselves. Now, let's look at two teams who are working on their own sports metaverses. The first team is called Kudos, and they are developing the UFF Sports NFT projects with its own ecosystem. They plan to create a technologically advanced virtual platform with different sports for athletes and their fans. With UFF Sports, they will be able to monetize their experience as esports athletes. Sports fans will also be able to profit by playing games within the metaverse. The developers even talk about the ability to create your own sports franchises, which can be bought and managed just like in reality. And in the summer of 2022, racing simulator VR1 Racing announced the transfer of its platform to the Kudos network, and UFF Sports will sponsor one of the cars in the VR1 Racing League. And now let's talk about the second sports metaverse. The Zetly platform is planning to create its own sports metaverse. They are working on an ecosystem that will help sports clubs create their own NFT stores and play to earn games. Using blockchain technology, Zetly will combine virtual objects and NFTs on the platform with real-world assets, and that's how the project plans to attract sports brands to its platform. Zetly has already begun working on the creation of the first location for their platform. It will be a 3D digital copy of a stadium and its surroundings. In the future, they plan to create more locations, finish the ecosystem development, and attract a lot of sports clubs. And finally, I'll briefly tell you about a project that is not related to the metaverse but still deserves your attention. The National Basketball Association has opened its NFT marketplace called NBA Top Shot. All tokens are made in the form of cards, which contain a short 3-second video from different angles with the most successful moves of basketball players, the names of which NFT correspond to the name of the basketball player and the moment that is depicted on the card. With this project, the NBA has essentially taken the classic sports trading cards into digital format. So let's sum it all up. Modern technology has come to the point where you can follow and even participate in sports competitions in the metaverse. Examples of these are the Grand Slam and Tour de France, and sports metaverses may even lead us to a new direction of virtual competition that goes beyond esports. Let me know in the comments how you imagine sports in the metaverse. Also hit the like and subscribe so as not to miss new videos about the metaverse.